Hey guys, good morning. This is Pawpaw. This is not going to be a fun video. I promise you. It's a sad video. So if you're not up to sadness, and nobody is, I'd recommend you just turn it off now and go somewhere else, because I've had a pretty tough day, pretty tough night, and anyway, I'll get back to you. Anyway, a lot of you guys that watch Jake's videos, he mentioned I had one of my goats passed away. And living on a farm, it's not something you ever get used to, but it's a way of life. Things happen. They come to the end of their life, and that's what you always wish for. It's going to be a natural. It's not always that way. And sometimes you lose animals, just freak accidents or just whatever, you know. And sometimes they just pass away. You never get used to it. Anybody that's ever raised animals on a farm, or even your dogs and your cats, most everybody has. You may see it coming even, but you're not ready for it. And that's the case here. I lost one, and it was a special one. All of them are special. I shouldn't say it was more special than someone else, but in a way it was. And I'll tell you, it was Johnny. I lost Johnny. Johnny, well, you know, every morning you get up, you go out. Well, you got the two little sisters. They see you. They start in. You got Ivan. He sees you. He starts in. You know, and they're talking to me, and they're telling me what they want, and I know that. But then you got Johnny, who is showing his butt somehow. He's up on the hen house, or he's done jumped the fence. He's where he don't belong. Or he's done led the little sisters astray. He's done taken them off by himself, showing them different kinds of tricks. And so he's special in all those things that I've had. Plus, I raised him from a baby. I mean, I raised him on a bottle. His mom didn't want him. And I used to make fun because she didn't want him, you know. Well, Johnny, I don't blame her, but who would not want Johnny? It's going to be different for me and a lot of you guys, not seeing Johnny doing crazy stuff that he does. It's hard to imagine going out in the pasture, taking care of my animals, or my babies I call them, and not having him come up and jump up the back of my mule, rummaging around and digging stuff out, making a mess. And sometimes he'd fall out and I'd laugh at him. These are the things I want to remember about Johnny. But today, this morning, I got up early and went and had a little funeral with Johnny and took care of him. You know, when I lost little Karen, so unexpected.
Hold on 1 minute. Coda, I said no touching those. Put it back.
She, so special. And her and Johnny was so much alike, like the same little spirit. And he's probably taught these two little sisters enough that they're going to be a lot like Johnny. But it's just going to be hard to go out with them without Johnny doing his stuff. Jumping up in the back of my mule, running along beside me. Getting up in my seat when I get off to do something, like it's his mule or something. He owns it. The other animals will miss Johnny. I guarantee you. I think every animal out there loves Johnny. Oh, he can make them angry. Ivan get on to him now and then, but him and Ivan are friends. Sophie will miss him. And I say that because her and Johnny would sleep together when she's not with Ivan. Now, when Ivan moves into his little man cave, Sophie will be going in with him in there. He loves Sophie. Ivan loves Sophie. But out here in the goat pen, it was always Sophie and Johnny. They would come out and eat by themselves. They didn't like to eat with other goats. And everyone's going to say, well, what happened? I truly don't know what happened. You know, it was a cold, rainy, dreary day. These big round bales of hay are warm. They're warm. And, you know, Johnny always gets up on top of them. You've seen that. He has to get on top. But the goats a lot of times just lay around them because they're warm. Even after they've eaten all they want to eat, they just lay up there, and some might be eating above them or whatever, but they'll all lay up, and I've seen all of them, Johnny included, lay up beside those round bales of hay out in the open on a cold, windy day, or even a misty, rainy, not rainy, but misty day. Rain, they're going to go to the barn. They don't like rain. And I saw them all out there yesterday. At some point, the big cows came in. I'd opened the gate for the goats to go out, and got busy with chores here. And at some point, the big cows had all came in, and I saw the goats all there eating hay with the cows. The cows don't fight them. They don't try to hurt them. They'll eat feed. They'll eat grain out there on the ground together. If I dump grain out, they'll all eat together. So it's not like anybody hurt him. And I don't know if he was asleep beside the hay, or maybe he fell off the hay or whatever, but he was still laying there in almost a sleeping position. But he had passed away now. Did somebody step on him? I examined him. I could feel there was no wounds on him. I couldn't feel no kind of broken bones or nothing feeling of him. So I don't know, you know, what happened. There was some loose hay laying on him. It was just loose hay. It wasn't nothing, you know, he could have stood up anytime he wanted to. And it wasn't like, you know, smothering him or nothing like that, just loose hay. From them eating, when they eat, loose hay falls. And I want to think in my heart that it was like Karen. And it could have been. I want to think that. But I couldn't find no kind of, you know, anything felt wrong, the feeling of him, felt all over him. Anyway, so I want you to know that's what's happened. And I got up early this morning and went down and gave him a little funeral in the back where he likes to go, close to Karen. And their little spirits can hang together now. Come here, Sophie. Sophie, what's wrong, baby? Sophie's out here in the front with me, and I see Ben and Jake chasing her. I guess she went over to check out their gate. My baby's getting so much trouble. Anyway, I got up early this morning. put him in a safe place last night, and then this morning I got up early and I went down and my tools. And Heidi and I. You want some cookies? Those little girls, that little boy had to learn to hang out with Sophie. She's not going to teach them nothing like Ivan taught them. It's going to be opposite side of the page, the back of the page, what she'll teach. But I went down this morning and had a little funeral for him, and I put him close to Karen. And it's been a slow day for me. It's a beautiful day. I'm glad it was a pretty day for that. Sun come up, the clouds are clearing out. It's gonna be a warm day, I think. Not hot, but warm. It's gonna be nice. And I'm gonna get this out to you. I don't expect nobody. I'm not gonna ask you to subscribe. I'm not gonna ask you to hit the like button because nobody's gonna like this, and nobody should want to subscribe to this kind of stuff. But I felt I owed it to my people that heard Jake talking about it, and I've got so many emails through the night about what's happened, and who did it happen to. I couldn't do it last night. I just couldn't do it last night. I had to wait till this morning to try to get kind of, get my wits about me. Anyway, everything's all fed up. Sophie and the little girls and little Macho are in the front. Hopefully they don't go over and get in trouble with Jake and Ben. But I'll watch them. I need to get started on that closet, but I'm not into it today. I'm not into doing that closet today, Hattie. We're not into it. All right, guys, I love you guys, and I'm so sorry. I think Johnny was a hero to a lot of people. He was my hero too. And someone asked me in one of the emails, kind of like, did I like some more than others? Well, some you're closer to, because mainly, hey girl, you want some cookies? Cookies. There you go. Uncle Johnny's gone now. That's their Uncle Johnny. But yeah, some you might be closer to because of the way you raised them. Like Johnny was raised on a bottle. Sophie's on a bottle. Ivan, I raised him. Miracle, Moki. Those that you raised, that you're their mama. You're their mama. You're the one they come to for every meal, especially when they're little. When they're little. Yeah, they have a special place in your heart, Karen, Johnny. And those are the two that I've raised that I've lost. And I lay there last night thinking about how close they were to each other. How so much alike they were. Their little spirits intertwined, and they're together. I love you guys.